So thanks for having me on here, Zach. I appreciate it. And to anybody watching, so here's some information, background information on me. My name's Adam Niec. I own an ISO called Certain Pay. We're about 2.5 years old, getting close to 2.5 years. And one of the things that we do very well is leverage social media. And anyone that sells payment processing, you know that lead generation is the lifeblood of your business. You know, the old saying, show me your pipeline and I'll tell you about your Christmas, is very true, right? Especially in our business, because it's super competitive. When you start out in payments, you're mostly going to the business. You're the sales rep knocking on doors, going to events for networking, stuff like that. And there's a magical time in the career of selling merchant services where one day the leads and the business is coming to you, right? Now it takes a lot of time to build that up. You know, I've been in the industry for 7.5 years. I don't sell anymore because I want to scale my ISO. And no joke, with my organic lead flows that I have coming in, mostly from social media, I could sign 1 or 2 mids a day, right? But I just send them to my team, right? Now that doesn't happen overnight. It took me 2.5 years to build that. And 90% of those efforts are coming from posting organically on Facebook every single day. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through, I have like notes here on the side. I'm going to keep this short, probably 20 minutes. If you sell payment processing and you want to sell more merchant accounts without having to knock on doors and chase merchants and leverage the power of social media, then pay attention, because this is for you. So let's be real. The first thing that I want to say is that social media is powerful. It's a stupid, simple statement that everybody knows, but like, how can you leverage its power? Well, here's an example of why it's powerful. Everybody's on it every single day. Dude, people come out of meetings and the first thing they do is they'll pull up Facebook and they want to just see a couple posts and then they'll be done. Like that's the addictive mentality we have towards social media. And that's not by accident. I mean, all these social media platforms are competing for engagement, because engagement is what drives people to stay on the app or the website or whatever. And then the social media algorithm platform, whatever you want to call it, can show that user ads, and that's how they make money. So
attention these days is currency to these tech firms. For sure.
Yep, exactly. And like, because it's people investing time, right? And it's really cool because, like, yeah, that's social media, but like, think about what that means in real life. If you listen to somebody talk for 20 minutes, like, you're gonna immediately think, hey, that guy's interesting, or that person she knows what she's talking about, whatever. And you know, the beautiful thing about social media is the content works for you while you sleep. I know that sometimes I can't sleep, but I'll just go on Facebook for like an hour, like right before bed, literally lay in bed, and I use it as a way to hunt. Like, I always want to just generate leads. So I'll go in Facebook groups that people are talking about payments, and I'll show this to you. I'm going to share my screen and show you guys some stuff, but like, I'll wake up with like a couple leads extra in my inbox, and it's you can use it literally while you sleep. Because if I make a comment that says like, hey, I own a payment processing company, this and this, there is somebody that's going to see that comment, that it's whatever I say, something mentally, a word that I say triggers them and says, yeah, I want to talk to that guy, right? So it works for you when you sleep. That's powerful, because time is money. And when you're knocking on doors, the time that you spend knocking on doors is the only return of investment you're going to get, unless you leave a leave behind flyer or something and that person actually calls you, which we all know that they probably won't, right? The other thing that's really important to think about is, and I say this all the time, Facebook is the law of attraction on steroids, and it speeds it up, right? So the algorithm literally works for you. So and I'm going to show you my page in a little bit here. I always post positive things and things about growing your business, because first of all, that's who I am at my core. Like, I'm a positive person, so I've always been and how I always will be. So I'm authentic in that regard. But also, I don't want to work with merchants that are negative or pessimistic or don't want to grow their business. The ones that grow their business are the ones that have referrals. They stick around because they value what we do. They value our time, and they're going to grow their business. So their merchant account's going to do more volume, which means more revenue, more residual, right? So the other thing, and this is like a really weird thing to say about social media, the fact that it's on a little screen like this, your phone, makes it like, it's like on a pedestal, right? It's like a TV commercial, right? Like I post on Facebook every single day, and I have since January of 2019. I joined a mastermind group. It was 25 grand. And like one of the rules is that you have to post every day. And like, I figured like, everyone says like, all right, yeah, I'm going to post every day. And you do it for a week because you write out the content, and then you think you run out of things to say, which you really don't. You just have to like get creative and just like literally share your thoughts. That's all it is. But like, I figured if I threw 25 grand at it, and like, obviously I learned other things in that group and made other connections, but I was kind of like betting on myself. Believe it or not, I was very inactive on social media before January of 2019. I was afraid to post. In fact, I wrote my first post and my wife was the one that clicked it because I was like afraid to do it. So now I don't care. I do it like 1, 2, sometimes 3 or 4 times a day. And it has created an amazing pipeline for me. It's hands down the best way to generate leads. And literally it's like shooting fish in a bucket, because when somebody DMs you or they reach out to you, they say like, hey man, like I've been following your posts for 2 years and like I just opened a business and I need a merchant account. Can you help me? It's like, yes, absolutely. Because they've been seeing my content and they get to know me, they're already relating to me. Like I don't have to sell them. I just have to ask them, do you want to do traditional or cash discount? And hopefully it's cash discount, right? So what I'm
Screen froze, Adam.
shoot.
All good.
Is it all right? Cool.
Yeah, we're good now. In addition to what you said, though, that 2 years of posting and those eyeballs on it, when they go to make that decision, they could go to the bank, they could call their neighbors, processor, stuff like that. But because they know you're relatable to them, they have that trust factor built up as well. So you have 2 years of rapport without actively building rapport individually with each merchant.
Yeah, dude, that's a great point. I mean, it's like when a merchant sees a Facebook ad or just an ad in general, many times, like it might take like 64 ads for them to actually click buy. And that's fine, because like if I wanted to network with all the people that I'm connected to online, I would literally never stop networking. It would be like a constant thing. But when they see my name every day, or they see a picture of me or whatever, they know who I am, what I do, and what my company does. So like, I like to be the guy that when someone's sitting at a bonfire with their friends and someone's about to open up a landscaping company. This is a real story. Recently, one of our friends was like, "Oh, dude, you should hit up Certain Pay. Like they'll be able to help you out." Did a DM. I talked to the merchant for a couple messages back and forth to qualify the opportunity, and then sent it off to one of our reps, and the deal got closed on the first call. Right. That rapport, that familiarity, that was there, right? And I'm actually going to get to that a little bit further. It all starts with your profile. So pretty basic. Like think of your Facebook page as like your digital handshake, right? If somebody sees a post about payments or whatever, they might come to my website or my Facebook and see like, okay, professionally done headshot, rate trackers in the background, take credit cards. Here's a free tool to help you keep track of rates. Cool. I want to promote Rate Tracker more than I want to promote Certain Pay from my Facebook page, because it's polarizing and different than the rest of the industry, right? That's the long and short of it. And I want to sell it to agents, okay? So, because it's a great selling tool, right? Now, I put the website, and then I am Apex, which lets people know that I'm part of an online syndicate where I actually learned a lot of the stuff I'm teaching you right now. It shows basic stuff. I work at Certain Pay. I should probably change that to own Certain Pay. It doesn't really matter. Shows that I'm married, and then I have some followers, right? Followers actually helps build credibility. And I'm not one of those people that's like a guru and like there's nothing for sale here.
An influencer.
Like I'm an influencer, right? Yeah, I mean, we all are, right?
Taking sponsorships.
Yeah, I mean, no one's paying me to post yet or anything like that. I don't really care if I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, maybe it would. I don't know. I'm going to keep posting every single day. Because it's awesome. It's not just about the leads. Like it's really cool to connect with people that are also growth minded, because if you process your payments with us because you like my Facebook stuff, chances are you're a growth minded, positive person, or we wouldn't be aligned. Like you wouldn't even see my posts because I'm just too positive for you. Right. And, it's really cool. The connections, the referral partners and stuff that we've been able to build relationships with, totally digital, totally online. right? That's what we're transitioning to in 2021, right? Especially with COVID, it made it even stronger. So I'm going to show you some of my posts, right? First and foremost, post from your personal page. Your business page is not going to do anything in the algorithm. Here's why. Mark Zuckerberg wants your money. If you want to generate leads using your actual Facebook business page, you should just hire Zach and have Zach generate leads for you with his campaigns. He's doing that for us. We literally just started and we've closed 3 mids so far in about 2.5 weeks. So we're just getting ramped up and we're going to add to it. Yeah. But dude, here's the thing. Like, we have the money to spend on ads, but like, organic social media has always been so great. And we never needed to spend money on ads because our team is also posting like this too, and they're winning as well. But we were like, let's start working with Zach, and you've delivered. So thank you, Zach. You'll see on my page, goes with anything, right? I want to make something really clear. Nobody goes on Facebook to switch to or find a new credit card processor. They go on there to waste the 4 minutes that they have to waste when they get it to Chipotle and there's a line, right? Or that little twitch that people do in between meetings, or just to pull out their phone and check it because you never know. So like, what you want is you want to be the first person or one of the top 5 posts that a business owner sees when they're on Facebook. And so like, people tell me all the time, like when they go on Facebook, like, yeah, dude, you're the first post I see every morning. And it's cool to wake up to your motivational, positive post. And there's some people that make fun of it, but like, I don't really care because those posts are not for them, right? That's what the algorithm does. It kind of works out for you. And what I do, the general bottom line is that you want to be able to relate to people at all times. So here's like my general schedule, right? I follow the 80-20 rule when it comes to content. So 80% is like normal stuff. Like here, I woke up today feeling really grateful. So I just said, hey, it's another beautiful day. Nothing about payments or processing. You know, we don't want to like wear out our audience. Like if you're sitting here just talking about payment processing all the time, like nobody's going to like you. Just like
it's the same as cold calling and saying, hey, I can save you money on your rates. Sign up now. It's the exact same outcome is going to happen, and people are going to stop interacting with the post, which then hurts your algorithm, and people won't start seeing your post when you do post the personal stories or everything. So it's like you do. I don't know what the ratio is. Do you have a ratio you go on?
80-20. 80-20. I stick to it. But actually, I was talking to a couple people that are like leaders in Apex, and Ryan Stewart himself. He was like, dude, you post such good regular content that you could probably do 60-40 and still reach a lot of people. Because listen, so if Facebook makes money from ads and they know that you're doing a business post, like the algorithm knows it's a business post or an offer, it's going to slow it down because they naturally want you to spend the money from the business page. So
yeah, it's pay to play these days for sure.
Yeah, and like I'm sure there's a lot of people that see my post like, oh god damn, another post about payment processing. That's okay because they still know who I am and what I do, and I'm top of their mind, right? It's really great. So I posted this morning, and it was just like a off the cuff thought. I was down here reading in my office, and I was like, man, what a great day. So I posted that, right? That's how I was feeling. A little bit of engagement, nothing exciting, right? Now yesterday, I posted this in the morning. General rule in the morning for me is motivational or inspirational. We wake up, a lot of us pull out Facebook and go on it before we even leave our bed. So the first thing I want people to see and associate me with is positivity, hope, excitement, motivation, like whatever, because I'm a business owner. Most people on this watching this are business owners, and they'll tell you that like this shit is hard. So if there's somebody or groups of people that like motivate you, because I actually get messages from people that say like, thank you, like I like your content. Like one dude, no joke, messaged me and said that I prevented him from committing suicide. That was like a year ago. That was cool. That was like, for me, that's what makes it worth it, right? Obviously, the leads are great, but like I said, there's more to it than just leads, right? Here's an example of a motivational post I did yesterday. It's an ad for Certain Pay and Daniel, and we talk about payment processing, right? Merchant accounts. So the algorithm sees those words, and I capitalize specific words so that they're emphasized, both in the eyes of the reader and the algorithm. So if people, let's see here, there were 88 people that liked or hearted or loved it, 40 comments, 2 shares. That's a great post, right? The picture helps because when people are scrolling, they see the truck and they stop. And it's all about this first line, right? if you can hook people with this, it's going to make them read the whole thing. There's a lot of people that read it and they skim it because they see like a truck. Okay, Daniel, all right, looks like he's working his ass off. He got a truck, cool. But what people aren't realizing, and this is like the main thing, like one of the reasons why I wrote it, certain pay, merchant account, right? It's all there. Those are key words that if I were to do a post this afternoon, maybe it's like a picture with one of our reps and a customer, or a story about payments, or whatever it might be. Like the people that engaged with this post, these 88 people in the 20 comments, they would see that post again, and that's like another commercial, right? Here's a secret hack that I'll do with it, and I don't know if it's really secret. Before I write the post this afternoon, or probably in the evening, I'm gonna comment, say thank you, or like do this to every single comment, so that when people see that, some people will get notified from their Facebook app off their phone, like when they're not even like on it. Adam Niec replied to your comment. So they can go on Facebook, which Facebook loves that when you bring people to the algorithm, or bring them to the website or the app or whatever, so that they can see ads. And then that post about payment processing might be the first thing that they see because they recently engaged with me.
100%.
So,
can I interject here? Two things.
Yeah, go ahead, dude. Yep,
so the reason why I think Ryan said you could get away 60-40 with your professional posts, if anyone watching this hasn't been following Adam for a long enough time to know what I'm talking about, he's very, very good at story writing. And the reason that truck post is an ad for certain pay, but on the face value, not an ad for certain pay, is because he's put it into a story. So you can get away with mentioning certain things if the story is about something off topic over here, aka Daniel getting this truck. But the underlying story, if you read between the lines, mentally, you're going to keep seeing certain pay. You're going to keep seeing merchant services accounts, all of this stuff. And then for the people watching this that want to be more aggressive on the outreach, if we're doing this for lead gen, those 40 people that commented, Adam has enough built up authority where he doesn't need to do this. But if you're just getting started, those are warm connections or conversations. So I would like comments saying, hey, thanks for liking this. And then I would DM them, because that's going to increase the algorithmic ranking even more. And the same way, saving a post, if you're on Instagram or Facebook, if you save someone's post, that boosts that post up because Facebook deems it valuable content. So if you get a lot of shares, and that's why humor plays a big role, especially memes or anything like that. If people are saving your posts or downloading the image, that's saving your post and sharing it are the two highest ranking things in the algorithm. DMing, if you wanted to be aggressive with a warm conversation, you have context to reach out to that person and say, hey, and start a conversation because they took the first action. It's not spammy at that point, and you're the authority coming into the conversation.
Dude, that's a great point. Yeah, I didn't think about that or think to emphasize it. Yeah, when you DM with somebody, chances are they will see your post in the feed. Like I probably have, I got almost 3,200 friends, and I bet you I only see like 3 to 5% of my friends' posts because I've given the algorithm a lot of content, so they know that like I care about business, being positive, family, all that other stuff. That like I don't want to see your cat videos, and I don't want to see you bitching about the news or whatever. Like I just don't care. And Facebook wants me as a user to be interested when I go on and stay on, so that I engage with posts and get other people onto the app, and then they can show us more ads and make more money, right? So if you go through my page, like you'll see I post every day. My general schedule is motivational in the morning, of something that's funny or like, like you said, humorous around lunchtime. Obviously, posts about food are great. Like you could take a picture of your cheeseburger and post it, because what happens is most people get hungry around lunchtime. And like in payment processing, we're pretty much working in 3 or 4 time zones. Like if you're in Canada and you're working Atlantic time, but like I'm Eastern time. So if I wake up and make a post early, like I think I wrote this one at made this one at 6:08. So that was like 3 o'clock in the morning for people in California. They're not going to see it right away, obviously, but when they pull out that app, and the first thing they do when they wake up and you go on Facebook, they're going to see it and they're going to resonate with it. Like, oh yeah, it is a great day. I should process my payments with certain pay. Like that's what I'm programming people to think, right? And it might sound funny or kooky, but it's true and it works. So funny around lunchtime or something that's food related. An offer or like a business post, maybe a picture with you and a client, a referral partner, something funny that you learned about payments, anything that's like business related, do that after 4 o'clock. It just worked well for me. It could be because I'm Eastern time, I don't know. But either way, you want to put it out there and follow that 80-20 rule. I would say that during the weekends, it's not really a good idea to post about business because most people take time off. Like if you look here, here's Saturday. This was my brother's bachelor party was this past week. The post didn't really do well at all because first of all, it was posted at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There wasn't like any value. I talked about how I put my phone away and used my other phone number just to communicate with my wife. You know, cool. Facebook doesn't like that because I talked about no social media, so they probably slowed it down. I don't know, man. It doesn't matter. But
they're watching.
Yeah, dude, well, they are for sure. Like that's how they make their money, and it makes sense to me. It's logical. So it doesn't always have to be business related, but you just want to build it up. This has nothing to do with payments. It's all about my brother getting married. Here's a post about my little cousin that's about to get drafted by the NFL. It's a story. This was Saturday morning. Yeah, bro, it's sick. Like, here's the story, everything. Like, all these people liked it. It was a good post, and it's nothing about payments, right? Here's a random post that I don't know. I just thought of that and posted it. And same thing here, wedding. And then I'm sure there's something about payments coming up here. Here you go. Look, how to completely eliminate your credit card fees in 3 easy steps without breaking the law. I don't know why that's like that. It's probably just a bad emoji or something. But like this engagement, 11 comments, 2 shares, 30 people, that's all free advertising. And people know, hey, I can eliminate my fees if I switch to certain pay. And you want that to be you, the individual sales rep or even the ISO owner, because this stuff is powerful, right?
Yeah. Now for the people watching this later on, and because Adam has built up his audience over the past 2 years, coming up on 2 years, he has the traffic source. So people are regularly seeing his content. Now, if you're just getting started, the way you get that traffic source is by engaging more on the platform. So if you're in groups, not just payment related questions, if someone says, hey, what's the worst hiring experience you've ever had? You want to start commenting on that stuff, because what's going to happen when you say something that's humorous to someone or thought provoking, they have general curiosity. Like, let's check this person out on Facebook. They click your name in the group or on the Facebook comment or wherever they found your name. And then it's going to go to your profile. That profile should be seen as a funnel. More people you get into the top of the funnel, the more people that are going to drip down, become an appointment, and become a client. And the only way to do that is to feed the top of the funnel. Now, you can pay to do that, but the long-term strategy, if you want to do it more efficiently, is set up what Adam has set up. And I've done it with agencies as well in the industry for like lead gen and stuff. But the more people you get clicking in the top of the funnel, aka visiting your profile from a group post, going to it from like a comment they've seen on someone else's post, and you want to drive people that. Now, that being said, if you drive people there and it's not set up, like your cover photo is that of a poker table and you and your buddies are playing poker, they're not going to get the general image of what you do from the cover photo, because that's the first thing they see. So someone going to Adams can see rate tracker and a website. If they want more information, they're that curious, they can go to that website. But if it's set up with things that are personal to you but don't have any context to somebody else, then that's wasted traffic going through your funnel that you could be, what's the word here, taking advantage of in terms of traffic and building that authority and online reputation.
Yeah, and like I'll kind of piggyback on that. Like a lot of people will say, oh, my clients aren't on social media. And I say that's not true, because most people go on Facebook, Instagram. Like there's different platforms that serve, like, for example, I love to read, so that's why I like Facebook. I like to read and write because it's mostly words and text. And then Instagram is mostly pictures, videos, right? So it's just like 2 different kind of environments, and you always want to play to the environment, right? Like what I literally have written here is we want to relate to people at all times. That's why we have different types of posts that we do at different times of the day. Because if I'm making motivational posts at 9 o'clock at night when people are ready to shut it down, they're gonna be like, dude, what? Like, I'm trying to sleep. Like, just get
Fired
me
me
a
up.
merchant account. Yeah, like, and that's probably not that. It's not as real as I, or as I would lay it out to be. But those little differences over time, those little details, they add up, right? Here's a big bonus, like you mentioned: be active in groups. Like, there's a ton of different business groups, business owner groups that like it's easy to get leads generated just by speaking to people in the comments. Like, it's when somebody asks, hey, who should I use as a credit card processor? There's like different ways to handle that. You could say, hey, my name's so and so, blah blah blah, like whatever your pitch is. You got to say something that's different, something that's going to stand out to somebody. Like I like to put our mission statement on there, right? Our mission is to change the way that merchants think about their credit card processor, right? Somebody's going to read that and be like, huh, that's cool. Most credit card processors suck, or whatever they would say. Something that resonates. And that comment will sit there and work for you forever. And like in these different groups, like there's, I don't know, hundreds of them, that you wouldn't ever want to just go in there and be like, hey, my name's so-and-so, and I can help you with payment processing, eliminate your fees with cash discount. Nobody likes that. Just like nobody likes cold calling. But if you can make it be something that's like, you hide the salesman, technically, essentially, like you're asking a question, like maybe you ask the group, hey, what do you want most from your payment processor? And then business owners are going to literally tell you what they want. I want a low rate, good service, free equipment. All right, cool. I own a company that can do that, or I can help you with it, whatever. But when you go in there just like hardcore selling, it usually doesn't work. Now, what you can do is lead with value. When somebody asks a question about payment processing, let's just say that they've got 40 grand frozen in their merchant account because they had a high ticket come through. Well, explain to them why that happened. Instead of them getting mad at Square, which they obviously made at Square, Stripe, PayPal, explain to them, hey, this is why that happened. You weren't underwritten correctly. I can get you a fully underwritten direct merchant account, and this won't happen to you again. DM me if you're interested. And then when you do that, make sure you DM them so that there's some dialogue going in the Messenger app, which will help them see more of your posts down the road.
And someone else is going to have that, and someone else is going to have that issue reading the comments. And if you're the guy giving the solution or a woman that's giving the solution, then they're also going to be like, and you've seen this before, hey, I also need info, DM me as well.
Yep, exactly. Like the comment, you might get 2 or 3 leads from it, and you're establishing yourself as the trusted expert of payment processing. We're coming up on a half an hour here, so I want to go through a couple tips that I just have realized. The first one is I'll keep it PG. F it, just post it. Just post it. Just do it, because worst case scenario, it's a bad post and you can always write another one. And yeah, you will have people that judge you and DM you. Like when I started posting, I even had family that said to me like, who do you think you are, Tony Robbins? And like, I don't care. Like, I just don't care. And it's actually, when that stuff happens, it means that it's working because people are noticing you. This is the hands down the best way to generate leads. You could do it from your computer. You don't have to get in your car, waste gas, and go talk to people. You're literally, you're just right.
Digital door knocking.
Yeah, dude, like I would rather take 20 minutes a day to gather my thoughts and write and generate leads when I sleep than like knock on doors. It's more effective. And yeah, knocking on doors works, cold calling works, networking, all that stuff works. This is just like another stream of leads that you can have. Like, and again, it's so powerful that we did not, and we got really good at it, right? Because we had training and people teaching us, and we just did the work every day. Like, we literally just hired Zach to do our lead generation, and it's going great. But I can tell you that I'm never going to stop posting. I mean, it's so awesome. And so it's become a routine for me, and it took a lot of time to build it, and I encourage you to do the same. So F it, just post. You do got to do it every day so that Facebook ranks you high in the algorithm. Like, if you stop posting, you're less relevant because there's less engagement. So when you make a post, you're not going to be one of those first 5 people that you get seen by people. You might be like number 50, right?
Yeah, and to that, same as working out, the more you do it, the better you'll get. So over time, your storytelling ability, your ability to put colloquial speak, meaning conversational speak, like your slang, into what you're writing is going to become better, so that when people read it, they're reading a conversation rather than sentence, add, sentence, and it's very broken up and not fun to read. But that only comes with practice. So doing it once or twice a day is going to build you up after a month or so, and you're going to get really good at writing. Whereas people like engaging with your content rather than just playing a numbers game.
Dude, and the thing is like the fear of posting goes away. Like you don't. I mean, sometimes I still get like, like, should I post? Like, and that's just growth, you know. Like no matter what, I'm gonna do it. It's a non-negotiable for me. It's like working out. Another tip: speak from the heart and be authentic. Like you can smell a fake person, you know, from 1,000 miles away, right? And that's how this stuff works. So if you're not that positive person and that person that wants to truly help people, like then maybe this isn't for you. But like, don't be something that you're not. And that's not just on social media, that's real life. Like be who you are, right? It's a big deal. So, and plus like the algorithm, it's crazy how smart this algorithm is. It knows that. Like it knows who you are. It probably knows more about you actually. And then the last tip is like you just mentioned, you get better with time. It's not about just getting better part. Like I had somebody message me yesterday and he was like, hey, do you write your own posts or did you hire a copywriter?
A ghostwriter.
And I was like, and he's not the only person that's asked me that. I would say that I'm a decent writer, but when I started, I sucked. And you know what? Writing, I think, is one of the main ways to sell in 2021. Like back in the day, because of social media, if you're a good writer and you can write engaging content, it doesn't even have to be like written by a copyright writer. Like I would never pay somebody to write my thoughts. That's weird, right?
Mm-hmm. It's also a meta skill. When you're a good writer, you get better at everything else. You get better at relaying what you want in speech, all of that stuff. It's a meta skill like reading is or meditating.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah. So like the more you do it, the better you'll get and the fuller your pipeline will be. Yeah. This was kind of just like a basic overview of it. And like, if you want to check out my Facebook page, I'll put it in the comments. But like, you should just go look and see what I write and talk about. Add me, let's be friends, and let me know. I mean, I'm happy to help anybody with this. We could do it. We could hop on a call just like this, and I'll be happy to share more with you and answer questions you have because I'm very passionate about what this is, the potential that this simple activity can do for you. Because I've seen what it's done for my life, and like how the fact that I was able to build a 7-figure business out of it. And it's literally from organic. Like everybody thinks like advertising, like you have to pay for it and stuff. And you do, right? You should absolutely hire Zach. I'm going to plug you again, but because you're awesome. I mean, but and most marketers are not. Most marketers suck. But organic is the way to start, especially if you don't have like a $2,000 a month budget. You know, it might take 20 minutes of your day, but like when you're starting out and you don't have $2,000 a month, just start posting. To follow the 80-20 rule, do what we said. Zach's best time to plant a tree was yesterday. Second best time. Yeah, right. Same thing. Yeah, exactly. Yep, just do it. You know? So, and if anyone wants to do like DMing, so the next part of this would be DMing those people that like, comment, all that stuff. We can run a longer one. It would be kind of more of a share screen and go through examples type stuff, but we can put that up later on. Yeah, sure. I'd be happy to do like a DM training. That's where it goes down, dude. That's the DM. I got the psychology. I got the psychology all behind it in a Google Doc, so we can go over that. But I think we can wrap it up now. That was good. And then I'll post this so that people can watch it in the group. Either link it in a YouTube video or we can send it to their email or something like that. But thanks for hopping on. Appreciate it. I'm sure everyone else watching appreciated it. Happy to help. Yeah. No worries, man. Have a good one. Yep. Take care. Peace. Bye. See you guys.